night, YouTube and Gulf Coast Broadband customers. This is one of our tower sites. This is the Bayou tower site. We got a burnt breaker in here. You can see that black side of that bus. I'm going to turn this off. It's Sunday morning, January 6th or 7th. Probably the west end of the parish is going to lose service for a little while. I got to cut this tag off this meter. Don't worry, properly licensed electrician, and change that breaker out. So I just wanted to shoot a little quick video. I'm going to go ahead and post this on the Facebook group. Just keep everybody in mind that Sunday, January 7th it is, and the west end of the parish may lose internet here for a little bit while I get this breaker swapped out. And we'll shoot some video of the process and make a little bit longer video, but this is just a little quick section. It's going to go up first. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this tag off. I'm going to pull this meter base out, and I'm going to unwire this so I can work on this section of this electrical service. And we're just going to call the guys over at the POCO in the morning and have them come retag this meter. We'll open that disconnect. You might hear the UPSs and whatnot beeping in the background in the building. We got a little while to run while we're on battery. So we're just going to drop these wires out and disconnect all this. We'll show you the damaged breaker now. That completely burned out on that hole. And all that is these little connections get loose over time. We only pull about 40 amps worth of load on here. This is actually a 100 amp service, so we're not even at 50% capacity. And if those things get loose, and you put a little bit of load on them, it just makes it hot and it breaks down. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut the camera off and get most of this done. I just wanted to show that portion of the video, and we'll pick back up after we get some of this stuff back together. Alright, we got the new disconnect in. I'm just hooking the neutrals back up right now, and cleaned out that meter base and everything. Tell you what, old electricians were hard-headed. I'll give y'all a bit of advice. It was two brothers that invented the screw. A screwdriver, however you want to look at it. One of them's name was Philip and the other one was a retard. Because I don't understand why old electricians used flathead screws. You gotta fight to get them in, you gotta fight to get them out. It's just a fight all the way around. So we had a box that was over here on this side. That was actually a generator tie back. It was so locked up I couldn't even do anything with it, so I just went ahead and took it out. I'm gonna put another generator breaker in later. I mean, right now we usually just tie an extension cord in for this tower site. So this will be back up in a few minutes. I just wanted to give a quick update. I gotta trim some of these wires and get everything to fit in the new panels. But other than that, catch you once we get everything done, and we'll shoot another little quick video. Alright, we've got everything back together. I know I mentioned a little while ago about the flathead screws, but let me explain something to you about older electricians, and maybe this will pick up. I know I got a couple of people that watch the channel that are wanting to be electricians. This pipe that's on here is probably not against the code size for whenever it was put in. It may be close to the proper conduit fill or a little bit under the proper conduit fill nowadays. But guys, look, work smarter, not harder. If I was wiring this service up new, this would be a 2-inch conduit. I had to really fight to get these wires in and out of here. There's no sense in spending an extra 45 minutes on this job fighting it, because you're trying to make a little bit extra time. Whenever, if I did something smarter and put bigger conduit in here when all this was new, I didn't have to redo this now, it would have made rewiring or working on this way easier. The conduit size is so small, the wires are bent so sharp that I actually had to wedge in between this ground bus right here as I was making the bends for that, because I almost ripped the ground bus out the new box. Once again, just, you know, go one size up always. Add extra size, it makes it easier to work with. Another thing, this is a 100 amp system. This maximum this tower could probably ever pull is about 60 or 70 amps. If I was wiring this up in a new system, even probably as a maintenance at some point, I'm probably going to upgrade this to a 200 amp service. Why? Just because the panels are bigger, they're easier to work in. It won't, you know, having extra capacity doesn't hurt. Having not enough capacity hurts at some point in time. So we're going to go ahead and snap the meter base back in, fire this tower back up, put the transfer switch in FOCO, and let me grab the gloves and put the meter in. Ensure that breaker's open. Now, I didn't do this right now because I don't have the supplies to do it, so before I call the power company to re-tag this, I'm going to pull this ground out. The NEC says you're supposed to ground in your first means of disconnect, so I'm going to move that ground over here, and I'm going to jump into the meter base with another ground to tie to here, and then everything south of this panel will be full wire, because that is the new code and that's how it's supposed to be. Alright, meter's in the hole. Alright, we got everything closed back up. This is just the amp load. Pull about 38 to 30. The AC's running in there, so we pull an extra 5 or 6 amps right now. Normally we stay at about a 30 amp load. I mean, as you can see, it's a 100 amp service on this, which will work great for this site unless we ever have to install some type of high power broadcast transmitter. Hope everyone enjoyed watching. Have a good one.